Last night, Detroit. Tonight, San Antonio. Splits. Against the beast of the East.
We are live, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Hold on. Let me just sort out a few things. All right. Let me get the camera going. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are going up against the Boston Celtics, and it is going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Last time we did pretty well. One guy that is not playing in today's game is going to be who played the last time is not playing today is Elijah Harkless. But this is a Celtics team that is on form, and we got some changes here with the Utah Jazz, and it's going to be very interesting, very, very interesting. My apologies for being just a little bit late. Had to work late, even though it is coming up to New Year's Eve. I hope everybody had a great Christmas and have enjoyed themselves. I've done tons of streaming since then, but nevertheless, it is what it is. It really is what it is. So let me tell you about the starting lineup with the Jazz. We got Keontae at the 1, Bryce at the 2, Taylor at the 3, Lowry at the 4, and Yusuf Nurkic at the 5. Now, this is going to be interesting because the way how I see it is that this really is a hodgepodge type of starting lineup. This is a starting lineup I haven't even seen before. Like, we got Taylor at the 3. Fine, Bryce playing the 2 is not like out of hand. But I can't remember when I've seen Bryce and Taylor and Keontae in the same lineup. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie whatsoever. See, and it's for moments like this when I hear about tanking and all that sort of jazz. Literally. I'm like, you know what? Maybe they are right. Maybe the Jazz are tanking. Like I really don't know. I really don't know. At least I would hope not. You know, we've just come across two fantastic wins. Fantastic wins against the San Antonio Spurs and against the Detroit Pistons. You know, I know the Detroit Pistons, based on how we played them the first time around earlier on in the season, I knew that game was going to be close, but the Jazz just about edged it. For the Spurs, that one was the big surprise. And now we're up against the Boston Celtics, a Jaylen Brown-led Boston Celtics, a Celtics that we beat in Boston. And now I'm hoping to go and get the double win there with this Utah Jazz. Fingers crossed we managed to able to do it, but you just never know. You just never know with things. So I'll really have to see how all of that works out. So yeah. Well, it looks like we don't have anybody else there. Let me just sort out a few stuff. at least on the production side. And then there we go. But right now, Jazz starting off pretty hot right now. Jazz 8, Boston Celtics 2. And we're looking pretty good. Boston Celtics only got 4 right now. Jaylen Brown there getting a nice little bucket, giving the Boston Celtics 2 points. Then the Jazz getting another set of 2 thanks to our star boy, Keontae George, giving us an extra 2 points. So the Jazz are playing at least pretty well, at least starting out. Right now, the score is 10-6 in favor of the Utah Jazz, but it is a Jazz ball. And Keontae George, the main man, has got it, and he's been fantastic all season, Keontae George. Gotta love Keontae George and what he's been able to do for the Jazz. And I hope that we could see the same thing again this game. And so far, like, he's played pretty well, and I expect to see much of the same. So, before we get back to the game, there's a few things here I need to do, sort out. Okay. All right. And this last player, Lowry, just got denied, but it's an open 3 by Yusuf Nurkic. And Yusuf Nurkic hits the first 3 of the game, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's right, again. That's right there. Up 15-6 right now. Drop by 9. Love it. All right, game is on break, but it's still pretty early on, and I love what the Jazz are doing right now. We just have to keep this going on, and I get it. To all you tankers out there, that's right. I'm speaking to you. I know we got one person there that's watching. Shout out to the one person that's watching. If you're a tanker, listen, like, we could still get the draft pick. Still get the draft pick. The Jazz do not need to tank. I keep saying this. The draft is rigged. Yes, I believe it's rigged. The NBA are not going to let OKC get 2 lottery picks. It's not going to happen. Even though I think the Clippers will probably in the second half of the season get out of the position that they are in. They'll probably get a play-in position. That'll probably be my guess. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Well, let's look at some of the stats, right? I know it's still pretty early on, and I do this every single stream, right? You know, Jazz have attempted 10 points. They're 60% from the field goal, 60% field goal percentage, and they're 50% from 3. I mean, they've taken 2. Celtics have taken 3, and they are a 3-point shooting team. They are going to be the problem. Now, I haven't watched any Celtics games since the last time that we faced them. I did watch them in preseason, and it's going to be interesting with them not having Jason Tatum, who is due to come back supposedly before the end of the season. My guess is that he'll probably be back sometime in February, and then we might see the Boston Celtics perform really, really well in the playoffs because they're doing pretty well in the East. I think they're about 4th in the East right now.
I'm sure Yusuf Nurkic knew what his role was going to be when he first got here, but he understands clearly now. The Walker Kessler, he has a lot more responsibility to be an impact player. We know he can impact the game, pick and rolls and experience this, but he is now understanding that he is a threat, and he's got to use that a lot.
Yeah, to your point, he has scored or assisted.
Game is back. Celtics ball. Jaylen Brown takes a three. Well, it's a miss. Larry muffing him with the rebound. Keontae George with a three. Oh, wow. And there we go. Keontae George that hits a three. Oh, and that time, that's one by the Celtics. This time, I got to give a mega horn action for that. Sensabaugh there with a three. It's a miss. Sensabaugh has definitely got to improve. Like, he hasn't been that great at shooting the three this season compared to how he was last season. Taylor Hendricks or Jaylen Brown. He's got to get to that second ball, Taylor. He's got to get to the second ball, Taylor Hendricks. Does manage to get a bucket. Jazz still up by 9. It's 18-9 in favor of the Jazz. Taylor Hendricks loses the ball. What are we doing? All right. Pritchard there, probably looking for the three. Passes to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown has Nurkic on him. Great. Oh, he gets a layup, though, but good defense there by the Jazz. All right, once again, Lowry marketing there, getting a couple of points. It's a three by Jaylen Brown. Oh, wow, and this megaphone. Keontae George with a three. Oh, wow. Keontae George is hitting threes. Guys are up by 10. All right, Jaylen Brown's got the ball now. Hendricks tries to get in low deep. He's got to do better defensively, though, Taylor Hendricks. Oh, nice smooth pick and roll action there by Pritchard to Nehemias Keita. Sensabaugh there with a floater. Doesn't manage to get anything on that. Again, he's got to do better. Got to do better there. Nehemias Keita there with another floater. We're making it too easy. We're making it too easy right now. We got to tighten things up. Keontae George right there trying to get a bucket, but unfortunately not. Oh no, we got a problem right now. Keontae George is down.
Up off the floor, and the Jazz athletic trainers can take a look.
Yeah, the plus thing for the Jazz is Boston called the timeout. Jazz up right now by 10.
All right, game is on break now, but Keontae George looks like he's injured. That is not good. Yeah, we got to sort ourselves out. We got to sort ourselves out with that. But I will say this, Jazz is doing pretty well. We got a 57% field goal percentage. We're 66% from three. We've hit all of our free throws right now. We've only made one turnover, but that's also the same thing with the Celtics there. Jazz are playing pretty well. playing pretty well, and I don't have a problem with the way how they're playing. Shout out to Neds watching the stream, much appreciated. Let me know who you're cheering for. Are you a Jazz fan or are you a Celtics fan? Hopefully you're a Jazz fan. And then we could go and support the team together. But it's okay if you're a Celtics fan. Maybe you're looking just for a bit of banter. I have no problem with that. All right. Whilst the game is on break, I'm going to go and promote this stream. Give me 1 sec.
Well, Keontae teeing up, having a moment with one of the officials,
Okay, there.
Smith, and he was hit not once but twice and took a hard fall.
Yeah, you play whack-a-mole here. This is whack-a Keontae. He gets hit pretty good right there. I thought Kata got him, but
Yeah, Keontae George probably should have had a couple of free throws.
First time we've seen Walker Kessler since the shoulder surgery on the bench for the Utah Jazz.
We got Walker Kessler's in the building. Oh, we got to show some love to Walker. Yes, I hope you sign a new contract. There we go, Walker. All right, game is back. Celtics ball. Peyton Pritchard. We got a couple of changes, though. We got Isaiah Collier's in the game. Kyle Filipowski, my guys, in the game. Cody Williams, a.k.a. C-Dub, is in the game. And we got Bryce Sensabaugh in the game along with Keontae George. Bryce Sensabaugh with a 3. Oh, that was nothing but rim on that one. All rim. Bryce is going to do better. All right. Peyton Pritchard with a 3. That was a long one. It's a miss. Jazz up by 8. But they do have the ball now. They have a chance to get this to 10. That's an offensive foul. They don't call it. But I'll take that because they didn't call the Keontae George foul. So, I will. All right. 30-20 in favor of the Jazz. The Jazz have an opportunity to really go and cause nothing but pain. Luka Garza hits a 3. Shout out to All right, Isaiah Collier's with the ball now. He's got it. Pass it to Keontae. Keontae right there drives, but he gets fouled. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
oh, this nice little spin move. And normally, Bryce would just finger roll that in and finesse it. But right here, he knows he's got the step. Nobody between him and the basket. Nice little shin up after the dunk.
They're showing the Bryce Sensabaugh dunk. Keontae's at the line to shoot 2. Wow, and Keontae does a rare thing, and he misses the first one. My guess is that he will get the second one in. Like, Keontae's very good when it comes to shooting. But so far, he's doing really well in this game. He's got 12 points. 5 out of 7 from the field. 2 out of 3 from his 3. Did hit the second free throw, as expected. Keontae George is one of the best free throw shooters in the league this season. Shooting over 90%. At least from the last time that I checked, which was probably about 10 games ago. But like, Keontae George does not miss free throws like that. You know, out of a game, he might take 10 and miss 1, which puts him to about 90%. So I do believe he is at 90%. Celtics kind of making a comeback. They got 25 right now compared to the Utah Jazz at 31. Cody Williams with a 3. Now gets all rim. Celtics get the rebound. And Jazz are going to get back in a good defensive position. Jazz right there playing looks like it's a zone defense, but that time the zone, first time the zone didn't quite work. Filipowski with an open 3. Filipowski! No! Filipowski missed with a 3. And there's a bucket. I believe that's Sam Hauser. Yep, yes, it is. Sam Hauser getting a bucket after a missed three by the Celtics. He gets two. So far, we haven't heard anything from Anthony Simons. But I could see him there running around, like trying to do something, but he's got Isaiah Collier there that's on him, and he's not getting anything here so far. The zone defense breaking down for the Jazz, and it looks like it's going to be a foul on Brown. Yeah, I'm not sure whether he's hurt. He's on the floor right now, but I'm not sure if it's anything serious. They're showing the replay. They're saying that it's a foul, but Bryce Sensabaugh is before that danger zone, and he holds his ground. So I think that's an offensive foul. I think that's an offensive foul. Are they going to challenge it? That's the key thing. I don't think they're going to challenge it, but I think they would have won if they tried to. Forgive me, I haven't ate my dinner. I am fueled by chicken and basketball.
Imagine the NBA all in one place. Made easy. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Jazz have missed a couple of defensive assignments in the last couple of series, and on their offense, they've had good looks. Bryce had a good catch and shoot look. Could have one on the three-point line. That looked good, but Jazz haven't really capitalized the last minute or so.
Jaylen Brown makes his first free throw attempt, second one on the way.
All right, Jaylen Brown misses his second free throw, which is good. Celtics really have come back in this game. I mean, the Jazz are only up by 3 right now. And when you think about it, they were up by 10. And those couple of missed threes just really cost you. I mean, Jazz really getting kind of slack. Keontae misses with the mid-range at like 10 feet. That just isn't as expected. It's another 3 by Celtics. It's another miss by them. Jazz get the rebound. Isaiah Collier finally gets a bucket for the Jazz. Jazz up by 5, but it is Celtics ball. Jaylen Brown there, he drives to the basket. It's another steal there by the Jazz. Isaiah Collier is running up. It's a 3 corner by Keontae. It's a miss. Guys, we gotta get some buckets in. I get it. The 3 ball is part of the game, but all pick and roll there between Luka Garza and Jaylen Brown. And that's a silly foul by the Jazz. Luka Garza gets fouled.
Isaiah Collier whistled for the foul in his first, marking him with a 9-point first quarter, 13 for Keontae, 7 for Nurkic. And Garza's hurt the Jazz off the bench.
All right, Luka Garza makes the first one.
But his career numbers against Utah, 5 games, 15 points, and 56% from 3.
All right, Filipowski with a 3. There we go. Flip. That's what we needed. Knocking him down. All right, Anthony Simons there to the corner. It's a miss. Simons gets the rebound. Derek White there with a miss. Jazz get the steal. All right, Keontae George now has the ball. I think it's going to be the last play of the first quarter. All right, Keontae George there getting the bucket with 2.5 seconds to go. Derek White there with a long 3. It's a miss, though. And the Jazz go up 36-31. Sorry, 38-31. Jazz up by 7. That's at least respectable when you think about the fact that we were up by 10 at one point. We missed a few shots. But Jazz doing there nicely. And the best player of the first quarter for the Jazz, Keontae George. As we all know, Keontae George doing absolutely fantastic. He ended up with 15 points in that first quarter, like damn near almost half of the amount of points that the Jazz have. Where would the Jazz be without him? Like, yeah, it would be something. He's had an incredible third season so far and an incredible first quarter in this game. And he's doing absolutely fantastic. And yeah, like if you still are not on the Keontae George bandwagon, you need to jump on pretty quick. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay. All right. I'll be right back.
First quarter game summary. A lot of good things happening, and those second chance points jump out. Plus a fast break. A 6-0 advantage and a 52% shooting performance in the first 12 minutes.
Yeah, really good quarter management, I thought, by the Jazz. The Celtics are too good not to make a run. It's how long you're going to allow them to do it. The Jazz just did a great job of the tempo of Isaiah Collier. That's his job when he comes into the game.
Keontae tied his career high for points in the first quarter with 15 on 6 of 11 from the floor.
Okay. All right. We are back. Jazz now up by 4 after that bucket from the Celtics. But let's see what we can do. It's going to be interesting this game because, you know, we are. I listen. I personally believe that I think that the Jazz are kind of semi-tanking right now because guys like Kevin Love, guys like Svi Mykhailiuk, we're not even playing anymore. I noticed Svi hasn't played in a while, and I've been saying it over the last couple of weeks that like we're just not doing the things that we were doing in order to try to win games. And you could see there in this game, like starting Taylor Hendricks, starting Cody Williams. I'm sorry, playing Cody Williams right now. Like, I'm sorry, but if we got Kyle Anderson, if we got Svi Mykhailiuk, if those guys were playing, like some of the situations that I see right now, we wouldn't really have. Like, you could see, like, this is, I call it the semi-tank. Because we're going to get two things from this. Either you get a tank, or at the very least, you're going to find out what some of these guys are made of. Guys like Cody Williams, guys like Taylor Hendricks. They're either going to improve and cause us to win games, or they're not. And, you know, we might have to start asking some other questions in regards to those two in particular. I'm just saying. But Jazz only up by 1 right now. What a pass there by Isaiah Collier. Isaiah Collier with a 3. It's a miss. Jazz up by 1, but Celtics are coming back in this game. Hugo Gonzalez, the rookie from this year's draft, for the Celtics. He comes back in there.
I'm not sure what happened to him. Two defenders came to kind of sandwich him and kind of threw him off. He's wondering what happened himself.
Yeah, Will Hardy called the timeout. Wants to maybe just calm it down a bit, right? Under 10
Looks like Will Hardy calls a timeout. Looks like we're going to go on a break. Should be kind of a quick-ish timeout, is what I think. And then we'll kind of take it from there. Well, we haven't done well in the second quarter. Like, we haven't even scored. We've let the Celtics score 6. And that is why that lead is shaved down. There's things that we need to do in order to continue the positive trajectory that we've been doing, and we're not doing it right now. It's just, it is what it is. And I'll put it down to that.
Well, what's ahead? Here it is. Upcoming schedule brought to you by University of Utah Health, the healthcare partner of Jazz on and off the court. We will start the trip in LA against the Clippers and on to Golden State. This will be a 7-game roadie or a 7-day roadie, 4 games. Then Portland on Monday, and then we'll end up in Oklahoma City against Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh, no.
Hasn't really enjoyed conference being involved with it. Makes sense. It's just quick road trips, but have a nice, had the ability to have a nice stand here. The way it's under the whole team. Get that momentum. I think they got
A couple of long road trips in the month of January.
All right, game is back now. We got Walter Clayton in the game. I did notice him a bit on the last, before the timeout. And, I mean, he hasn't had the ball yet. And he's going to be an interesting one because, obviously, he had a really good last game. And, yeah, he damn near went 100% from the field. Anthony Simons there with a midi. Hits the midi over Filipowski. And it's the first lead that the Celtics have taken this game. 39-38 in favor of the Boston Celtics. But it is Jazz ball now. Isaiah's playing. You know what? Like, you haven't seen Isaiah and Walter play really well. I'll pause it that. You haven't seen them develop a type of chemistry. Like, when I watch Keontae and Isaiah, they play like you could just tell like they like playing with one another, that they're probably friends off the court, because the way how they play with one another, it just flows. Like, it flows like water. It's like nothing. And it just fits so seamlessly. With Walter Clayton, I haven't seen it yet. And I mean, hey, we're still building. Like, I think that, Keontae and I think Isaiah can be core pieces. I even think Walter Clayton could be a core piece as well, to be fair. But we'll have to see what happens over time and really take it from there. All right, Jazz getting a bucket on that last play. Celtics missing on that last play as well. So the Jazz have an opportunity to kind of draw this game. Walter Clayton there trying to go for a three. Bryce Sensabaugh takes a three, though, but it's a miss. Come on, Bryce. Where's Bryce baby time? In preseason, Bryce was electric. Last season, he was on fire. Now, he's just a bit meh. Come on, Bryce. You could do better than that. All right, well, we do have somebody going to the free throw line. It is for the Celtics, unfortunately. And Anthony Simons there, who's had a pretty decent with the Celtics, is going to go to the line and shoot two. He shoots for the first one, drains it, and then it's probably going to go to another one. It looks like Filipowski is going to the bench. He's had a pretty varied season. I mean, the Jazz have asked him to play center, asked him to play the four. Like he's been doing all type of different roles there, Filipowski. So Anthony Simons makes both free throws. Jazz are down by 4. And we got 8 minutes, 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Taylor Hendricks with a three. Taylor Hendricks with a miss. All right, Derek White gets the rebound. He comes up the court. He comes in. He shoots a mid-range right there from the free throw line and drains it. And again, that lead extends. Celtics up by 6. Like, we got to stop the rot if we want to win this game. All right, this time Walter Clayton Jr. brings up. Screen set by Nurkic, but nothing happens there. Walter Clayton, I think he's looking for some space. Isaiah out. Pass it. Like, come on. Step back three. Taylor Hendricks with a three, though. Man. We suck at threes. I don't know why we're not driving. Anthony Simons. Luka Garza with a three. Luka Garza hits the three. You know. All right. Bryce Sensabaugh brings the ball up. Pass it to Nurkic. To the corner to Taylor. Back to Walter Clayton. Clayton fakes. Clayton drives. Clayton gets the bucket. There we go, Clayton. Walter Clayton Jr., Walk Lake City. All right, Walter Clayton playing some pretty good defense. Oh, wow. Derek White there gets a bit of contact from Walter Clayton, but still gets the bucket, and he's far out. Well, somewhat far out. Like, he's almost down there, 20 feet out? Maybe 15? Nice one there by Derek White. He goes to the line to shoot for one. And if he makes it in, Celtics are going to be up by 10. And that's what I say, like, the game just swings. Like, if you don't do the right things just aren't going to work out for you. And we've attempted too many threes. We've missed too many shots. All right, Taylor Hendricks there with another three. Finally, he drains one. So all right, Jazz down by 7, but it is Celtics ball. All right, Hugo Gonzalez with a step back three. That is a miss. And Larry Markkinen, who's back into the game, gets the rebound. Larry out to Clayton Jr. That one is just a bit too short. You could tell he wasn't set properly. Derek White there with three. That was a miss. All right. Walter Clayton out there. Walter Clayton there with a dunk. Ooh. One of the shortest guys for the Jazz out there. It's just like, come here, son. Now that is, and everybody on the bench, Sensabaugh, Kyle Anderson, and Filipowski is like, They're just like, oh, whoa, over Derek White as well. That is nasty. What a dunk there. Oh boy, that deserves. Listen, I need to sort out my sound effects because I need to get some sound effects for moments like that. That is, I should probably put that or whatever it's called. I see that's on every single TikTok and YouTube short out there. That was a nice dunk by Walter Clayton Jr. As a matter of fact, you know what? Walter Clayton Jr., you get the dunk. I deserve it. Kevin Love gets up and he's just right there like, what? Like, oh my God. And I can imagine it because he is one of the shortest guys in the team next to Isaiah Collier. So that was a great dunk. But the Jazz are back in this. Like, Jazz are down 2. It's a steal. Jazz get the ball back. Nurkic getting on the floor, doing all the grimy work. Keontae George is in there. Walter Clayton there has the ball. Is he going to drive? Walter Clayton there dancing around about 3 Celtics players. Jazz are going to do better. Lowry with a 3. Nothing happens there. Taylor Hendricks tries to get the rebound, but frustration there. And I think it's Celtics call a timeout. Will Hardy is a bit upset. He's a bit upset. Calm down, Will. It's okay, Will. It's okay. Again, they're showing the dunk again. Oh, this was a nasty dunk. Ooh, sweet as a nut. That was a nice dunk there by Walter Clayton. That was really good. All right, game is on break though because it is a timeout by the Boston Celtics. Wandering Wizard says, "Yeah, you've got to use the far. I've got to find it online. I remember I was just casually looking around YouTube and I did find it. It's somewhere on here. Yeah, I'm gonna download it, and I think for the next game that the Jazz have, I'll use it. But I can't use it just casually. The far I've got to use it like great times, and I think that is the time that I've got to use it. All the basketball shorts that I watch, that it's always when someone does like a monster dunk, like that's when they use the far, and that one deserves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. That one definitely deserves, especially when you look at who did it. I know that like Walter Clayton there, like he can't do anything, but you know, like he's one of the shortest guys there, like dunking on people. So yeah, but I'll find that Wandering Wizard, and I'll put that in my sound effects repertoire. Yeah, for sure. I think let me try to find it. I'm pretty sure. I wonder if I saved it. Because I think that is the key thing. Did I save it? Did I save it on my liked videos? I don't. Oh, actually, I did save it. I don't know if you could hear this, but like, yeah. Oh, and now I'm having internet issues. I want to get it spot on in terms of when it plays, but it decides not to play. Why is this taking so long? What the hell? Again, they're showing the replay again. You know what? Seg Media or something.
I like your idea. That brings us to our player profile. Yeah, we're going to zoom in on the rookie from Florida. His last game in San Antonio, Will Hardy.
Yeah, they're talking about Walter Clayton Jr. right now.
17 points, did not miss his shots. 5 assists.
Yeah, I'll download the file and then I'll have it there. And then I'll have it there where like at the very least it's in there because when I do it off YouTube it's like really slow. And like it won't work in this situation, but for the next game I will. That's a miss by the Celtics. Jordan Walsh that time taking the shot. It looks like it's I think it was a foul on Walsh. Right now, they're talking some high praise about Walter Clayton Jr. And I completely understand. Like Walter Clayton Jr., like that last game that he had, he was 100% from the free throw line, from the 3-point line, and had 100% from field goal. He had a perfect game. And yeah, he didn't play a lot of minutes, but I think he had like 15 points in like 12 minutes that he played. Like he was fantastic. All right, Bryce Sensabaugh with the ball, pass to Nurkic, pass it to Key now. I think they're looking to stop Key there with a 3, but that was a rush 3. You could tell that wasn't a good one. Wondering what it says. Not watching the game myself, so I have to watch a clip of the dunk tomorrow. Oh yeah, like I'm sure it's going to be on the Utah Jazz YouTube page, but it was a good dunk. Like, and it was on Derek White. And I know Derek White isn't that big, but when you see how high Walter Clayton gets, you'd be like, hold on, like is he like 6'5" or something, 6'6"? Because he got up pretty high for a guy that looks like he's about the same height as Isaiah Collier, if not a little bit shorter. So yeah. Speaking of Walter Clayton, he gets another bucket there. He's got 7 points in his 9 minutes of play. All right, Nurkic there with a floater. Misses with the floater. Jazz still down by 2. Celtics 55, Utah Jazz 53. And we got 1 minute and 9 seconds left in this game, in the quarter. Okay. Looks like Walter Clayton Jr. comes out and Isaiah's going to come in. All right, looks like that's going to be a foul by Jordan Walsh on Lowry. Has anybody noticed that Jordan Walsh from the Celtics has no eyebrows? Like, I wonder if he's got alopecia like Jordan Walsh. If not, like, if his basketball career doesn't work out, like, he should go into acting because he looked like he could be, like, a serial killer, in a good movie. He's already, like, pretty big. He was 6'4". All right, Celtics missed on that last play. Lowry gets the rebound, and the Jazz have an opportunity to take a lead. Keontae George there with a shot, but he misses. But the Jazz are going to go to the line. And Jazz have an opportunity to get this game level. I could smell another win. I could smell it. Jazz are going to get another win here.
Team, we look at Coast to Coast, presented by Delta, proud to be the official airline and community partner of the Utah Jazz, scoring since December 2nd. Jalen Brunson leads in the NBA at 32-9, but right behind is Jaylen Brown. And on that chart is Keontae. Look at that number, 30, on the spot.
Yeah, we know that's not a good Keontae. That's just been so consistent, especially when early on when Lowry was struggling just to get, he kind of took the team on his shoulders on the offensive side.
Arthur looking for a 3 off the mark. Derek White in traffic. Back out on the wing is Derek for Jaylen Brown. It's a shot short. Jazz trying to dig out the rebound. Kida versus Nurkic.
Okay, looks like it's still going to be Jazz ball here. Keontae George makes both free throws. And on that last play, Celtics come on the other end, but miss. And now Keontae George have another 3. There we go. Jazz take the lead. Keontae George. It's 58-55. Jazz are on a 16-3-1 after starting this quarter pretty bad, though. They just conceded 2 there thanks to Demise Kadar for the Celtics. Portuguese international had a really good Eurobasket competition. Was it Demise Kadar? Shame Portugal didn't get that far in the competition, but still pretty good there. Bryce Sensabaugh with a 3. Bryce Sensabaugh hits a 3. Okay. Jazz are up by 4 right now, 61-67, and we got a minute and 10 seconds left in the second quarter. This game is flying by. Like, wow. Some good defense there by the Jazz. Derek White there being marked by Keontae. Good defense there by Keontae. Derek White misses with the 3. Jazz have an opportunity to really extend this lead. Isaiah's back into the game, and now he's going to help set the tone. Time to put the afterburners on Isaiah. Oh, no, he doesn't. Passes it to Keontae. Keontae with a step back 3. Oh! Woo! Oh! Keontae George hits a 3. Jazz up by 7 right now. But it looks like it's going to be a foul by the Jazz on Jaylen Brown from the Celtics. And Keontae George putting the Jazz in a great position right now. Great position. Wow. Keontae George is looking fantastic. Like, he relieves so much stress off of Lowry. Because before, last season, it would have just been pass the ball to Lowry. But now, puts the Jazz in a great position. Well done to Keontae George and what he's done this season. All right. Jaylen Brown makes the first one. He does make the second one as well. The Jazz are still up by 5. 64 for the Jazz, 59 for the Celtics. And I say let's go in at halftime with a good, sensible lead. We do have 10 seconds left on the shot clock, but we got 12 seconds left on the game clock. Shot clock running out. Jazz are going to do something. Keontae George there. Oh, it's a block on Keontae. Thanks to Demise Kadar. Oh, there's a block again on the Celtics. Try to come back. Nice block there by Isaiah Collier. Again, love the defense by the Jazz. Isaiah Collier. You know what? Shout out to Isaiah Collier with the defense. Peyton Pritchard tries to come up. Isaiah Collier getting the block, preventing the 3. That, you know what? Love the effort. Like, they're finally getting it. Play defense. All right, they're talking to Walter Clayton right now, and I think because of the dunk. This time, Lauren Green is going to talk to Walt. Yeah, they're talking about the dunk. He's talking about how, he owed the boys a dunk because he missed the dunk in practice this morning. Their strategy on defense, Walter Clayton says, to force tough shots. So that's the strategy, to force the Celtics to shoot tough shots. I like that. I like that strategy. And I think they're doing all the right things. And they probably would be up by a lot more if, they didn't have that period in the second quarter where, they were just letting Cody and Taylor just shoot threes just because they wanted to. But, yeah, I think it's fantastic. So now that we're at halftime, I think because I haven't really looked at it that much, and that's kind of happening with these streams now a lot, is that I really got to take a look at the box score. So let's get it. Let me get this all set up properly, and then we could deal with it from here. So just give me literally 15 seconds. And then, yeah, we can do this. Maybe less than 15 seconds. Okay. Look. Layout. Change. Share screen. All right. All right. This is what it looks like right now. So for the Celtics, they are rolling plus minus. Like, poor game for their starters there. Their bench is actually doing pretty good. Luka Garza is there to kind of point out like he's playing really well. I know he's listed as like a big, like, but again, he's more like a Filipowski type of guy. But he's just been in the wrong situations where, like, for him to really be able to perform like how I've seen him perform um, in the past. But like, very good player there. He just has to get better at playing defense. But so far, offensively, he's been a beast. Like 4 out of 4 from the field and hit both of his frees and hit both of his free throws. 11 points is 9 minutes is nothing to really joke at. And strangely enough, he also is the higher scoring player in this game. Like that's not what you want. That's not what you want. Like, your bench guys outperforming like the guys that are starting. Like, that's not good. And then for the Jazz, my frigate is Keontae George. And yes, it is Keontae George, who's the best performing player there for the Jazz so far. 23 points already from Keontae George. And I mean, the thing is with Keontae George, it's like he plays like he can't miss. Like 8 out of 15 from the field. So over 50% from his field goal percentage. Over 50% from three. Like, he's taken 7 threes. Like, he's been fantastic. He's got the plus minus with plus 22. Like, even Lowry's on 12 points right now. Like, if this game is going the way it continues, like, Keontae might wind up with a 40 piece. And, Lowry might only end up with close to his average, which I think is about 25 now. Like, just a really good game from Keontae George. But big shout outs from this game for Walter Clayton Jr. The dunk, amazing. And then just the offensive part of his game, what he's done within his 9 minutes of play. I really like the 7 points and block that he's had. Just really good and efficient from what he's been doing as a bench guy. I really like what he's doing there. Yeah, I think that's probably about it in terms of kind of notable guys. But I think we're probably going to see more of the same in the second quarter. Let's see if the Celtics manage to change things up, change up the mindset. But they don't look quite right, this Celtics team. And I know they've lost a lot, not just Jason Tatum, but yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done with the Celtics team. Like, they're still a good, solid side, but they are not. Yeah, they're not. They're not the Celtics that I saw 2-3 years ago, like, at all. But yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen for now, and just come back to normal. But yeah, I think I'm gonna take a little bit of break, but we're gonna come back in the second half of the game in the third quarter, and we're just gonna do more of the same. So yeah. So I'm going to take a quick break. Leave your comments below. I think that's you wondering, was it there that's still watching? Much appreciated. I'm going to take a quick break, but I will be back just before third quarter starts. Okay, we're back. Game has just started, and Jazz are up by 3. Make that 5. Who do I vote for an All-Star? Well, of course, I voted like I've been voting for Lowry and Keontae George, but it was what Kevin Durant. I also voted for LeBron as well in the backcourt, and then I also did a vote for Denny Avdija for I think one day as well. Um, who else? Giannis. I voted for, and I think another guard there that I've. Yeah, I wish I had the list. I probably at some point I need to show you guys the list, or maybe the next time that I vote, like I actually like record the vote and show you guys, because like definitely Keontae and Lowry, I'm gonna consistently vote for, like every single week. That guy, I'd love for Keontae to get in there, even though I don't think that he will. I think that like there's too many other guards that are doing really well, and unfortunately, I think that there's a bit of biasness against Utah. Well, maybe not Utah specific, but the fact that a lot of people deem Utah as a type of team that is tanking, and if you're just doing really well on a team that's tanking, like that's kind of frowned upon. So that's where I think that like he won't get it. But every single journalist that said this, Keontae George should be getting most improved player. Like he should be a shoe-in. And I completely agree, because when you look at his impact on the game, which the Utah Jazz are doing right now, I think it's fantastic. And I think that the better the Jazz do this season, it puts him more in line to put Keontae George in a position to go and win that most improved player. And I know a lot of people are like, yeah, we shouldn't care about that. We should care about the draft pick. But I do think we should care about the players that we have. Like, of course, we want to bring in like new talent and stuff like that, but we got to care about the guys that we have first. Oh, looks like a House of Highlights YouTube channel already posted the dunk. Dude, like it was like he got up high. There was nothing Derek White could do about the dunk. And with like the fact that Walter Clayton and Derek White are like they're similar heights. I'm sure I could go and Google it. Like I'm sure Derek White is probably only about 6'1", 6'2", maybe 6'3". 6'4" is Derek White. That should tell you. And the 6'4" guy couldn't come anywhere near close to the guy that's what I'm pretty sure Walter Clayton Jr. is not 6'4". They've got his height listed as 6'4". Maybe that's included with the hair, but like Walter Clayton does not look like he is 6'4". Because Keontae George is 6'4". He doesn't look like he's the same height as Keontae George. I believe that they're taking it from the top of the hair, in my opinion. But the dunk was fabulous. That deserved a foul. All right. Jazz ball now. Keontae George had it, pass it to Nurkic. Nurkic right there. Oh, with a spin move. Nurkic, he does get fouled, though. And he's going to go to the line. Jazz down by 1. It is 67-66 in favor of the Boston Celtics. Jazz keeping this game close. We really, really would like to win. Or I really would like to win. I know what it means for our draft position, but I just really would like to win. Oh, yeah, that's a blatant foul. And I think that's Jordan Walsh. Yeah, that's Jordan Walsh there with the foul. Nurkic there. Hits the first free throw. Jazz are level 67-67. Oh, yeah. 6-7, 6-7. Yeah. Sorry, I heard it was a thing. I heard it was a thing. Both teams with 67 each. Nevertheless, nope. It is now 68-67 in favor of the Jazz right now. Okay, we got Derek White there with the ball passing to Jordan Walsh. Jordan Walsh there not been able to get past Taylor Hendricks. And he's going to go to the line. Oh, Taylor Hendricks gets called on the foul. Oh, I don't think that, no, sorry, my bad. That wasn't Jordan Walsh driving to the basket. That was Derek White. Too many bald heads with too many brown skins. And hey, brown skin, bald head before anybody comes out and says, oh, that was a bit. Like, no. I'm just saying. All right, Derek White shoots his first one. Gets it. Game is all level now, 68-68. With about 10 minutes to go. Right, he shoots a second one. He drains that. Now it's Jazz ball again. Boston in the league. This game is close in terms of points. But me just watching the game, I just don't get that vibe that, like, this is... Oh, it's a block there from behind by Derek White and Larry Marketing. But like I was saying, I just do not get the vibe with this game that, like, the Celtics are just that good. Like, I don't feel it. All right, Taylor Hendricks with a step back three. It's a miss. I don't think Taylor Hendricks has hit a three once yet in this game. Oh, sorry, no, he has hit one. 1 out of 4. 25% from three, Taylor Hendricks. All right, Keontae George right there, setting it up for Lowry. Lowry drives. Lowry with a layup. And right now, Celtics and Jazz are just trading points, trading layups. Lowry on 14 points. Good to see. Jaylen Brown there. Taylor Hendricks doing pretty good on him. Jordan Walsh there with a three. Oh, Jordan Walsh there drains a three. That is the first shot. And that's probably going to get a mega horn. And we got another bucket by Nurkic. Game is all level. Peyton Pritchard has the ball now. Peyton Pritchard out there to Cater. He's going to pass it. He's not shooting the three. Cater there to Pritchard. Guys, we got to do something. We cannot let Nurkic mark. Oh, no, he does pretty well, Nurkic. Wow. He doesn't force the turnover. It's still going to be Celtics ball, though. Shout out to the 4 people there that are watching. Much appreciated. All right, still Celtics ball. Pritchard there with a midi. He gets it. All right, Keontae George, he's got the ball now. He's got Hugo Gonzalez, the rookie from this year's draft there that's on him. Screen set by Nurkic to Lowry with a three. Jazz do not get the rebound on that one. And Jay Breezy, Jaylen Brown there gets the rebound. All right, Derek White there driving. He gets one over Taylor Hendricks. All right, that lead from the Celtics is extended now, 76-72 in favor of the Boston Celtics. Derek White there with 11 points so far this game. Like he's been playing pretty well. He's just shooting mid ranges. All right, Keontae George with a three. There we go, Key. Jazz up in a great play. We are 7 minutes and 20 seconds in the third quarter. Keontae George has 23 points. Like, honestly, the way how this game is going, Keontae George might wind up with like 35. Celtics get another bucket, 78-75 to the Celtics. Keontae out there to Lowry. Oh, that's a bad foul. That's a bad foul. And the Myers Cater, that big body he just puts on Lowry, that is definitely a foul. Didn't look like he intended on hurting him, but Lowry went flying. Like, you could see that. Yeah, because Lowry didn't land on his feet, like he just landed on his hip. Like, that's a bad one. Yeah, that's definitely a cringe type of shot. I mean, fall. He does make the first one, Lowry. Good to see. All right, Taylor Hendricks coming out. Isaiah Collier coming in. All right, Jaylen Brown's got the ball after. It's a miss there by the Celtics. The Celtics, I've noticed, like, they went from a team that constantly shot threes and was consistent at actually nailing them to where, like, now, like, they are not great at shooting threes. Yusuf Nurkic getting a bucket on the other side. Looks like he's going to go to the line to shoot one. We definitely going to need him. Jazz up by 79-78. Make that 80-78. And we got 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Things looking pretty close. Oh, it's a three by Derek White. That's a wide open three. What are we doing? You cannot let Derek White, a guy like his caliber, shoot threes like that. Oh, Keontae George getting past Hugo Gonzalez. Isaiah Collier with an open three. Oh, Isaiah hits a three. Someone there we go. Shout out to him. This was someone who was abysmal at shooting threes last season. Like, so far this season, like, he shot pretty well at shooting threes. Like, he doesn't take a lot of them a game, but I heard this morning from Locked On Jazz that I listen to like most mornings that he's like 38% from threes, and he's taking about 1.3 a game. Nice one there by Isaiah. Like, hey, I'd take Isaiah shooting threes at like 35%. If he could just shoot about 5 of them a game, like that's 5 of them at about 35%, I'll take that. All right. Jazz ball. Isaiah Collier brings the ball up. All right. They've got Hugo Gonzalez on Keontae George, and he forces him to rush that shot. You probably should have tried to drive to the basket or set someone else up. Boston Celtics have the ball now. Simon's there, who's in the game. To Pritchard. Pritchard there. He's making Bryce dance. He gets past Bryce, shoots a midi and drills one. Game is all level now. 83-83. 5 minutes left in this third quarter. And the Jazz are playing pretty well, and so are the Celtics. You could tell that it's lots of efficient shots right now. All right. Oh, nice pass there by Isaiah. That was so quick. I didn't even see that. I did not even see that. Isaiah setting one up there to Yusuf Nurkic there. Really good pick and roll pass. Pritchard with a three. It's a miss. Oh, and I think that's Luka Garza there getting the rebound. Yes, it is. He is a constant problem, Luka Garza there. Probably one of their best players so far, but says exactly how the Celtics have been playing in this game. You got your best player there on the bench. Yusuf Nurkic with a three. Jaylen Brown there gets forced out. Anthony Simons with a free. Oh, he then shoots a three. Anthony Simons this game. I mean, how much points is Anthony Simons on? 10 points. He's only played 13 minutes so far. Game is level 88-88, but it is going to be Celtics ball. It's a foul. I believe that was by Yusuf Nurkic in frustration. Well, it looks like Nurkic is coming in the game. My guess is Filipowski will be coming in for Nurkic. Or maybe not. Oh, it looks like there's going to be a technical free throw by Pritchard. He makes it. I think it's still going to be Celtics ball. 89-88 right now in favor of the Boston Celtics. I don't understand what Will Hardy those are complaining. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on there, what exactly the Jazz were complaining about. Because it was a foul by Nurkic. Cody Williams is in the game. Like I said, Bryce is in the game. Filipowski, like I thought, would be in the game as well for Nurkic. Got a box out there. Filipowski, come on. They do get the bucket, though. Courtesy of Pritchard there with a two. 91-88 right now. All right, Keontae George there. Sent it up. Filipowski with a three. That was a bad shot there by Flip. All right, Pritchard there. Oh, he gets inside. They swing. Anthony Simons with a three. Oh, that is not what the Jazz want right now. Anthony Simons. All right, Jazz down by 6. It's a three by Filipowski. Filipowski drains a three. Jazz only down by 3 right now. But we got to stop Anthony Simons shooting threes, and we got to stop Peyton Pritchard shooting threes. Lord, last year, 6th man of the year. He can be dangerous if we don't watch out. Stop Luka Garza as well. Cody Williams playing some pretty good defense, but Peyton Pritchard is making him dance. All right, afterburners are on, and Isaiah Collier is about to take off. Bryce Sensabaugh with a three. That's a miss. That is not the type of shot we wanted to miss. All right, JB trying to set things up. Oh, that's a bad foul there by Isaiah Collier. Luka Garza there. I think that's Luka Garza about to take a layup, and he just pulls him. I think Celtics are going to have the ball, and they're going to shoot a free throw. All right, game is going to be on break. Shout out to the 4 people that are watching. Much appreciated. Do subscribe to the channel. It does help the channel out. I do watch along content on a daily basis on this channel there. All of the Jazz games, or at least most of them of the season, I'll be doing, as well as some other games as well, depending on how I feel and what's going on there in the NBA right now. So if you do like watch along content and reaction content, definitely subscribe to the channel. Whilst the game is on break, I am going to change my camera battery. I can see it's flashing red, and I know I won't last until the end of this game. So I will be right back. I won't be that long, but I'm still going to put the visual up to let everybody know. I'll be right back. Okay. Looks like game is kind of coming back on, and they've got Lauren Green doing the rounds, talking to Jazz fans. And they are really obsessed with selling like these jerseys or, the new Jazz jerseys, getting them to flip over from the old ones. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. Like, I think it's great because I saw that in Utah they did like the jersey swap. So if you had an old jersey, you could come in and swap your old jersey for a new one. Okay, still going to be Jazz ball there. It looks like it's not going to be going to the free throw line there for Luka Garza, and it's just going to be side out. Oh, but it's a turnover there by Jaylen Brown. What is up with Jaylen Brown? Like, Jaylen Brown has not been himself. 14 points by Jaylen Brown. Like, in this game. And we're in the third quarter. Like, no, we're basically at the end of the third quarter. We're going into the fourth. Like, this is like, wow. All right, Filipowski there getting fouled. And Filipowski's going to go to the line. Looks like that. Who was that foul from? Sam Hauser there getting the foul on him. Filipowski there to give Yusuf Nurkic a break. It's good that Filipowski gets some experience at playing the five, even though I don't think he's a five, even though I think he is closer to a four. I think it's always going to be too tough for him to defend at the five. Like, him playing at the five does help. He then becomes a small ball five. And with his skill set, like, woof, like, incredible player. All right. Jazz ball now. Oh, no, sorry. Celtics ball. And Anthony Simons has it. Oh, Filipowski is on him, though. Anthony Simons with a three. That was always a tough one. Oh, Larry Market in there gets the ball. Isaiah Collier there setting things up. Filipowski there with a layup. That's a foul. Ref's got to call that. Filipowski there gets fouled after getting the bucket. And the Jazz have got a switch. Ref, like, where are the fouls? Where are the fouls? They don't call any. You got Isaiah Collier's on the floor after a foul. Filipowski just got fouled. It's just like, what are they doing? It looks like Cody. Yeah, it looks like Cody Williams' arm connects with Isaiah, but like they don't call anything. All right, Jaylen Brown's hitting both free throws. Celtics up by one. We got 55 seconds left. All right, Isaiah brings the ball up. Anthony Simons is on him, though. Keontae Joe, like, they put Hugo Gonzalez. Oh, Cody there with a layup, but the ball comes in and out. Filipowski, there we go, flip. Oh, they blew the whistle on flip. That is insane. Yeah, looks like they're going to challenge it. Jazz are going to challenge it, and rightly so. Hugo Gonzalez isn't even set on this play, and Filipowski just takes advantage of it and gets the bucket. There's no way that this should count. This should count. But it looks like they're reviewing the play right now. That is ridiculous. They still call it as an offensive foul on Key. Like that is ridiculous. Oh, it's a steal there by Cody Williams. Oh, what is going on? Like they blew the whistle again. What are they blowing the whistle for now? What are they blowing the whistle? Like continue with play. Cody is about to go to the line, right? But they had an opportunity just to let play go on and for the Jazz to get the break. All right, Cody drains the first one. Cody's about like 72% from free throw, so he should make both, but like we'll have to see. But we'll have to see. He shoots his second one, Cody. He does make both of them. He puts the Jazz up the lead though, again. So you know what? Shout out to Cody. Cody Williams definitely does deserve some type of positive vibes. He's been playing pretty good lately. All right, we got 20 seconds left in this quarter. And I gotta say that in this quarter, the Jazz just have not played as well as the previous quarters. Oh, and Jaylen Brown there gets the bucket. And we got 6.9 seconds left. Jazz have to just stop overthinking it. Isaiah Collier with the afterburners on. Filipowski with a three. It's a miss. And the Jazz are down by 3. Jazz lose that quarter by 8. They scored 32, but they let in 40 by Boston. Yeah, the Jazz just have to win this fourth quarter. Like, we've conceded too much right now. I just feel that the Celtics are there for the taking. Like, I don't think the Celtics are that good. I don't think they're that good at all. This is why I just have a feeling that, you know, we were out there playing Taylor Hendricks and even Cody Williams for those periods in order to put us in the position to, you know, reduce the amount of time that we're like winning. Because if you want to tank, like those are 2 guys, unfortunately, I have to say that you played. They're just like inconsistent in comparison to Walt and Isaiah and Keontae and even and kind of Flip. But I know I'm putting this all on them, but I just think that this is a winnable game. Like the last time we faced Celtics, we won that game, went down to the wire there with literally last seconds of the game with Elijah Harkless there. defending Jaylen Brown there, and I don't think Jaylen Brown has been that good this game. This is a game that's ripe for the Jazz to take. It truly is. Like, they haven't been that great, the Boston Celtics. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the game. Like, I see that there's 5 people there in the chat. Let me know what your thoughts are on the game. I really appreciate it. And also let me know who you're cheering for. I know that there's one Utah Jazz fan in there, Wandering Wizard. You know what? Shout out to Wandering Wizard in there. I'm going to give Wandering Wizard a round of applause because, this guy joins a lot of my streams. And he's always, leave a comment in there or tweet. So shout out to Wandering Wizard there. But curious enough what's going on with the other 4 people in there. Let me know what your thoughts are on the game. Looks like the Jazz game's about to come back on now. All right. 4th quarter begins. Jazz have the ball now. Cody has it. Pass it to Flip. Flip there with not very good on that one. Looks like he gets fouled. Filipowski gets his own rebound, and Flip is going to go to the line. That battle between Flip and Luka Garza has been very interesting all game. All right, Filipowski makes the first one. Jazz now down by 2. So we're right still in this. I also do notice Jaylen Brown fixed his hairline today. It does look a lot more real. It doesn't look like he used a Sharpie to color it in. Does look like actually with some real hair. Maybe he went to Turkey or Portugal to go sort it out. Don't know. But it does look better. All right, Filipowski missed the second one. So we're still down by 2. Gonzalez right there. Positive Anthony Simons there. Derek White, though, he drives to the basket. He shoots one from 2 from the free throw line. And that's what I mean. Like, Celtics are they're taking really easy shots right now. They're not living and dying by the 3 like how I've seen in the playoffs. We do have another change, though. Walter Clayton Jr. is in the game. And my guess is that he's come on for Keontae George. Lowry with a 3. Lowry hits a 3. And that's what we needed. Oh my God, no. Okay. Sorry, it's not a 3. They took the 3 away because they said it was a travel. Luka Garza getting for a floater. Filipowski's got to do better on defense. Luka Garza there getting another. Oh, that's not what I wanted. But now on the other end, the Jazz are going to go to the free throw line. Jazz are down by 6. All right, Lowry makes the first one. All right, Lowry makes both free throws. Jazz are down by 4. And we got 10 minutes, 45 seconds to go. All right, Anthony Simons there driving. He misses it, but he gets fouled that time by Walter Clayton Jr. You got to calm down on all the fouls. Like, the Celtics team can, they can shoot. I don't think I've seen anybody that hasn't been able to shoot. Maybe Nehemiah's Cater, but I don't think so. Anthony Simons, he makes the first one. He does make his second one there, Anthony Simons. Celtics up by 6. And the Jazz have to not let them come back into this game. Like, they are not that good, the Boston Celtics. I truly feel like they could come back within this game. Lowry right there trying to go for the basket. He gets blocked. Sam Hauser there, passes it to Hugo Gonzalez. Back to Hauser. Hauser with a miss. And Lowry does good, and he gets the rebound. And the Jazz get to reset. Is it another turnover? What? Is it going to be side out? Like, what is going on? Looks like it's going to be side out, Jazz ball. I don't know what happened there on that last play. All right, Yusuf Nurkic right there passing to Bryce. Bryce with the ball now. He's got Hauser there that's on him. Pick and roll action there between Bryce and Nurkic. And Nurkic gets the bucket. Jazz 101, Celtics 105. Nurkic there with 21. Simons there with a midi. All right, Isaiah Collier there gets the ball now. He's got to put the afterburners on. Yes, he does. That's a foul. That cannot be an offensive. It's got to be a defensive foul. Looks like they call a foul on Hauser. All right, Sam Hauser comes out. Still going to be Jazz ball there. Isaiah Collier has the ball now. All right, who's he looking for? Oh, no, he's going to drive. Sets it up for Nurkic there. That's going to be another assist by Isaiah Collier, which is good. Isaiah Collier there, he's got 8 assists, 7 points, 6 rebounds. Isaiah Collier flirting right now with a triple-double. Interestingly enough, the commentators just talk about Isaiah Collier's 8 assists. Come on. Like, what? Come on. Like, what are we... It's like they call a foul in the Jazz after the shot is taken. They call a foul on Walter Clayton Jr. Derek White there with a mid-range shot. Makes that. Celtics up by 4. But it is Jazz ball there, and we got 8.5 minutes left in this game. It's time for the Jazz to turn this game up. Like right now, we are losing this quarter 11-9. Celtics have scored 11 points in this quarter. Jazz have scored 9. And maybe that can change right now because Larry Markkinen is going to the line after a foul by Derek White. All right, Lowry makes the first shot. He shoots for the second one. Does make the second one. Jazz now down by 2. The Jazz are in the bonus. which is good. That means we're going to get to the line a lot more. We need to use Isaiah Collier in these moments to drive. It looks like Isaiah's on the bench. Keontae George comes back into the game. And that is a 3 by Derek White. All right, Keontae's in this game. Oh, that's a turnover by the Jazz. No, Alexa, shut up. It's another foul now. Derek White's going to go to the line. This Walter Clayton's got to stop with the fouling, man. Like, these... Like, it's not even a lot, but, like, we got to stop it with the foul. We're giving away too many fouls now. Yeah, Derek White's going to... Like, Derek White should drain all of these. Shout out to the 4 people there that's watching the stream. Much appreciated. Do subscribe to the channel. Does help the channel out, especially if you like watch-along content. Okay. Game is on break right now. I'm going to take a quick break. I need to rehydrate. Need to fill up my glass with some water. But, yeah, this game is still close. And, yeah, I'm just hoping for a Jazz win. Because I think the Celtics are there for the taking. Like, I don't think that they're that good. But yeah, but we'll be right back in order to kind of discuss all of this. Okay, I'm back. We got 7 minutes, 56 seconds left in this game. 111 to the Celtics. They are to the line to shoot. Now it's 112 to the Celtics, 105 to the Jazz. And like I said, the Boston Celtics are there for the taking. Can the Jazz capitalize on this game? Another block on Lowry. This time, Bryce Sensabaugh there getting the shot. Walter Clay Jr. there trying to shoot 3. Wasn't able to come through. Jazz have got to do better. We got to do better defensively. It's a miss by the Celtics with a 3, but they get the rebound. We got to get close. We have to stop. Pritchard's going for a three. Step back three. Oh, wow. That's a good shot there by Pritchard. That was a good one. Fakes it past Keontae. Goes to the inside. Past Bryce and gets the layup. Keontae gets a foul. He's going to go to the line to shoot two. We're going to need more of that. We're going to need a lot more than that. Jazz down by 9. Keontae George with 28. 23 in the first half. So far, only 5 points in the second half of the game. And my guess is that they are having his minutes sparingly. I mean, hold on. How many minutes has Keontae George played? He makes the first one, by the way. Keontae George has played 32 minutes in this game. Yeah, they're being very sparingly with his minutes. Isaiah Collier has played 23 and Walter Clayton Jr. has played 14. Keontae George hits both of them. Good. Jazz down by 7. All right. Anthony Simons at the ball. Anthony Simons out there. Derek White. We got good defense there by Bryce. But I think they called a foul on Bryce. He didn't look like he touched him, Bryce. Let's see the replay. I don't think he touched him. Oh, no, maybe he did. They fouled him on the bump, but man, the bump was nothing. Bump was nothing. Well, that's the NBA we live in now. Derek White gets the first free throw. 115 to 107. Does shoot the second one, though. Does get it. Jazz still down by 9. All right, Walter Clayton Jr. there. To Keontae. To Lowry. Back to Walt. Walt there setting up Nurkic. Great play there from the Jazz. Jazz still down by 7. But they've got to find a way to stop the Celtics. Like, that's what it is. Let's play some good D and stop the Celtics right now. Good defense there by Walt. Walt there to the Myers Cater. Derek White there with a 3. Oh, that's a miss. And Bryce there gets the rebound. It's reset time. Keontae George there with a 2. Hits the 2. That's nice. All right, Jazz now down by 5. We get a couple more stops like that, and we're back in this. Anthony Simons with a 3. That's a miss. More shots like that for the Celtics. Jazz have an opportunity to come back in this game. Keontae George there. Trying to go for a layup, misses. Yusuf Nurkic there tries to go back for the putback in, but he gets fouled. Nurkic is going to go to the line. We really need to sort out something with Nurkic next season, man. I honestly mean that. Like, Nurkic hitting all of his free throws. Can he continue? I shouldn't have said that. No, he doesn't. He missed the first one. He'll probably make the second one in because he's about 60% from the free throw line. Yeah, he does make the second one, as I thought. All right. Jazz are down by 4. It is Celtics ball. I just do not want this game going into overtime. Oh, that's an offensive foul. That is an offensive foul. Do not tell me that's not an offensive foul by Jaylen Brown. Great shot, but my God, that is all shoulder right there. Jaylen Brown there close to a double-double. He's got 19 points and 9 assists. Keontae George with a 3. It's a miss. Got to watch out for Peyton Pritchard out. Peyton Pritchard there, getting the midi. Jazz now down by 8. We got like 4.5 minutes left. This game is slowly chipping away. Oh, Keontae George, they're not doing well on that pass, trying to set up Lowry Marketing with an alley-oop. Got to do better than that, Jazz. All right. Celtics ball. Peyton Pritchard with the ball now. He's got Lowry there that's on him. He passes it to JB, Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown out corner, but Anthony Simons. Oh, no, that's a 3. And supposedly, at least according to the stats on the TV, Celtics are on a 7-0 run in the last minute and 20 seconds. They're also up by 11 right now. And that is not what we want. Guys, we got to set things up. Come on now, Keontae. Keontae there with a midi. Makes it nice. There we go. All right. Let's supplement that. The mid-range shot. No, that's not what I want. Let's supplement the mid-range shot with some good defense. All right. Peyton Pritchard there with the ball now. Cater there with the ball. Back to Pritchard. JB. Clayton there is on JB, though. Clayton there. Step back 3 by JB. It's a miss. Jazz get the ball back now. We have to watch out. Watch out for turnovers. All right. Clayton there has the ball now. Screen set by Nurkic. It's a 3 by Clayton. Lowry gets the ball. Oh, and Lowry gets the layup. That's nice. That's a nice one there by Lowry. Jazz down by 7. Celtics have done a pretty good job with slowing down Lowry with Nehemiah's Cater. But it is time for the Jazz to stand up and deal with this game. We got almost 2.5 minutes left. Exactly 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game. And I would like the Jazz to win this game. I'm being completely honest. Like, Celtics are there for the taking. They have improved in this fourth quarter. Don't get me wrong. But I would like it for the Celtics. I'd like it for the Jazz to beat the Celtics. I'm just saying. Okay. Shout out to the 3 people that are watching the channel. Much appreciated. If you haven't clicked the subscribe button, do so. If you haven't clicked the like button, do so. But more importantly, I would like you to leave a comment there in the chat. I want to know who you're cheering for, Celtics or Jazz, and why you're here. Is it because you have money on the game? Are you looking for your parlay to come in? I notice a lot of people are putting money on games. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, nothing wrong with that at all. But yeah. Okay, looking at how the game is going so far. Yeah, Celtics are winning this fourth quarter. 24-20. I mean, the Jazz have to beat the Celtics in this quarter really by 3 minimum, preferably 4 to win the game. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. The highest scoring player for the Celtics is Derek White. You can see that, like watching the game. The amount of times I've mentioned Derek White there, like that should kind of be a no-brainer. Then it would be like Peyton Pritchard and Anthony Simons, and it is Anthony Simons, then Jaylen Brown, then Peyton Pritchard. The Jazz, though, like this is the difference. The Celtics have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in double figures. They're all in, like, they've all scored less than 20 except for Derek White and Anthony Simons. And then there's 1, 2, 3 guys at 4 guys in double digits compared to the Celtics who have 6 guys in double digits. That's the biggest thing with this game so far. Jazz just don't have enough firepower against the Celtics. That's what I'm saying. That's what I think is going on so far. But we got 2.5 minutes left, and Celtics are probably going to take their time in this game. Both teams are in the bonus right now, which isn't good. Jazz playing some really tough defense there. Jaylen Brown there with a midi. Oh, he hits a nice one there for Jay Breezy. Celtics up by 9. Jazz need to put a little pip in their step. Come on, Keontae. No, that's not a good shot, Keontae. And Keontae misses. Nehemiah Skater there with the rebound. Yeah. Game might be over. We are approaching a minute and 45 seconds left with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Jay Breezy there. Step back mid-range. He hits it. And they just have to be consistent from here on out, Celtics. And I think they finally learned their lesson from all their playoff games. If they just be consistent from 2 and shoot sensible threes, they got this game. It's another miss there by the Jazz. Yeah, and I think that's it. We got a minute and 10 seconds, but the Jazz are down by 11, and it is Celtics ball. And there's just only a certain amount of plays that the Jazz could play, unless they start getting threes. The Jazz get a ball after this Celtics miss, but they really would have to go and shoot the 3 now. Oh, nice one there by Keontae George. As I talk about the 3, he makes a 3. Oh, there we go. This time I got to put some cheering now for Keontae George. Boston called a timeout. My guess is that they're probably going to try to prevent the Jazz from getting a 3. Keontae George, highest points in the game with 37. Shout out to Walker Kessler there. He's also there too. Obviously not playing, but he is sitting behind the bench. Hear this stat line. Derek White has 25 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 6 blocks. Like, what the? That's from a guard. Like, wow. And I know some of those have come on Lowry. Guys, what are we doing? For Christ's sake, foul him. Come on, Cody. This is about game management, guys. All right, Derek White there to the line. He gets his first one. Celtics up by 9. We really just need them to kind of start missing shots. And then the Jazz have really just, like, they've got to start hitting threes. And they have, yeah, I think they're, I think the Jazz are calling it quits, man. Like, you got Cody Williams and Taylor Hendrickson there. I can't trust those two guys on shooting threes. Like, I'm sorry, but I just can't. All right. Isaiah Collier there. Out there to Walter Clayton. Walter Clayton there. Oh, it's a turnover. Game over. Yeah, game over. Turnover there by Walter Clayton. Jazz are down by 10. And Celtics, they're going to leave as is. And it looks like that is it. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's definitely unfortunate. Yeah. We got 7 seconds left, but the game is over. And yeah, Jazz just making too many mistakes earlier on in the game, which is unfortunate. And the Celtics really actually just killed us out there with the mid-range shot, to be really honest. They didn't even kill us with threes. They kill us on the middies. They defended really well. The Jazz made too many mistakes on shooting threes. And they slowly creep back into the game and like they get the win. You gotta like you gotta give them their credit for that because they actually like, played pretty well. But I still think that they were beatable. I really do think that like they were beatable in this game. And now we got Danny Ainge speaking to Jaylen Brown. I wonder what he's saying in there. Probably saying a lot to Jaylen Brown in there. Nevertheless, well done to Celtics. Celtics get the win. Again, we got to be fair. We got to give the Celtics some love because they did play well, and they just did it by being more consistent with the Jazz, and you just have to lay it down like that. Let's look at the final box scores before I go here tonight. Let's start off with the Jazz before I end with the Celtics. So these are the final box scores, right? Like me watching the game, of course, let's just get the obvious out the way. Keontae George, fantastic at this game. 37 points. What is it? What, 50% from three? Over 50% from the field. Down there almost 100% from free throws. 6 rebounds, 7 assists. Did have 3 turnovers though, which isn't good. And 1 steal. Like really good game for the Jazz. Definitely the Jazz's best player there in this game. Larry Markin there. I also thought he had a good game too, but the Celtics did they were targeting him. I mean, they were targeting him and Keontae. You had Hugo Gonzalez there that was having his time trying to mark Keontae George there, and then Nehemias Cater was busy dealing with Lowry directly. Sometimes he was dealing with Nurkic, but it was really more so Lowry, more so than anything else. So I definitely think that had a part to do with it in the game. But Keontae George right there held the mantle up for the Jazz really good. And I got to say, well done to him. Yusuf Nurkic, fantastic game from him. 26 points from Nurkic. Great game from him. 8 rebounds, 8 assists, also with 3 turnovers, which isn't great. But overall, just a good performance from Nurkic. And to be fair, Yusuf Nurkic is having a great season there for the Jazz. Like, yeah, he's got his deficiencies, and I don't think defensively he's that good, but he fits in so well with the way how the Jazz are playing. You know, he shoots the three, spreads the floor really well. You could tell that he's just great for the environment. I have to say that I do love a lot of the suits that he's been wearing to the games when he isn't playing, and I think he's been great for the Jazz. And I'd be curious to find out what like people are actually saying about Yusuf Nurkic, like within the team organization, because I think he's been great. I'd love for him to stay at the Jazz next season. Of course, not on that 19 million that he currently makes, more closer to about 9, maybe even 10. And if we can, I'd say get it done. But nevertheless, like great game from Yusuf Nurkic. Um, and then I would say coming off the bench, I thought Filipowski was pretty good. I didn't realize Filipowski only played 13 minutes because it felt that I was watching Filipowski and talking about Filipowski way more than 13 minutes. But I felt he had a pretty good game, Filipowski. 10 minutes and 13 minutes. Real nice there by him. Almost 50% from, so 40% from three for Filipowski. And doing pretty well there from field goal percentage too. 3 rebounds there. No assists for him for Filipowski today, but did have 1 steal throughout this game. I thought Isaiah Collier did pretty well as well. I just would have liked to see a little bit more there from Isaiah Collier. He was 60% from the field though, and 50% from three. Did have 6 rebounds and 8 assists, and looks like he was flirting around getting maybe a triple double with how things go. But I thought overall he was pretty good there. Now for the Boston Celtics, because we got to talk about the winners. Then we got to be equal and fair to everybody. So Namias Cato did very well there in terms of trying to limit Larry Markkinen with what he can do going to the rim, and what anybody else was trying to do going to the rim. So I loved what he was doing there. Derek White, fantastic from him. Like Derek White there wasn't great at threes throughout this game. As a matter of fact, nobody in the starting lineup was great at shooting threes there today. None. Where the Celtics were really good at, including Darren White, was when it comes to that mid-range game. 50% from mid-range. And that goes with almost with Jaylen Brown there as well. And that damn near goes with Peyton Pritchard as well. And with Jordan Walsh as well, even though Jordan Walsh didn't play a lot of minutes. So I can't really talk about him too much there. But definitely with Derek White, Jaylen Brown, and Peyton Pritchard, when it comes to shooting the three, they sucked. When it comes to that mid-range game, fantastic. Jaylen Brown there with a double-double throughout this game. And like Peyton Pritchard was part of that 3-core player that they really dragged the Celtics over the line. Derek White, Jaylen Brown, and Peyton Pritchard. Like they probably would have lost if it wasn't for their contribution to the team. Just really good performance from them. I do also have to talk and give some big shout out to Luka Garza as well. Didn't play much in the latter part of the game, but early part of the game, he caused nothing but problems offensively. In the first half of the game, he was the best player with 11 points for the team, the highest scoring player. And then I thought defensively, he was causing lots of issues for Filipowski. I thought he caused issues on Larry Markin in there as well. And just a really good overall performance from him. A nice, good guy to come up off the bench. That's what I saw there from Luka Garza. Even though I have said it before that I do think that he's capable of doing more. The other one is Anthony Simons there as well. I thought he had a very good game from him. Went quite silent for the most part, but like hit shots when needed be. He was 40% from three. Just shy of 50% from, so maybe about 40% from field goal range. Anthony Simons, and just did what needed to be done. Was there rebounding, creating for others, and again has shown his value to the team. I'm surprised he's not starting over Jordan Walsh. My guess is that he probably would be a starter, but they decided to play Jordan Walsh there to give him some minutes. Who I hope he does well, but Jordan Walsh there, very shaky as a player. But I think that is probably it for the game. So like those are my final thoughts on the game. But I just like to say thank you to everybody that did watch the stream. Much appreciated. Please do remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And yeah, I will see you on our next game, which that I actually don't know. Where would that be? That would be on January 1st against the Clippers. And that'll be a late one. That'll be on Thursday, 9:30 p.m. my time. And that is going to be a really late one there for the Jazz. So we will see how that goes. But thank you once again. And yeah, I will see you on January 1st. And have a happy new year there as well.